Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Inside Abu Dhabi. Today, we are inviting you to be a part of the Global Tourism Hub. This webinar is proudly organized by the Abu Dhabi Investment Office. Audio is the government hub supporting private sector investment in the Emirate. I'm Salvatore Lavallo, Head of Foreign Direct Investment at Audio. We've had various webinars in the past months on some of the key sectors, including agriculture and healthcare, and today's event will be incredibly exciting. For me, this topic is the main reason that I've called Abu Dhabi home for the last 10 years and would like to call it home forever. Prior to joining Audio, I undertook an incredibly complex but unimaginably impactful challenge of visiting every single country in the world. I accomplished this feat when I was 27, one of the youngest ever to do so. Of all of the 193 countries that I've visited, I can honestly and truly, and I've said it many times, the UAE is my favorite and there's no other place that I would like to call home. However, the reasons that I love Abu Dhabi are often not the things that tourists see. In addition to the world-class sites like Sheikh Zayed Mosque, the Louvre Abu Dhabi, Yas Island F1 track, and Emirates Palace, Abu Dhabi is home to stunning coasts from Murfa to Al Sila that are dotted with dozens of mangrove parks and islands, including Delma Island and Sirbani Yaz. We have stunning mountain views like Jebel Hafit in Al Ain, traditional Emirati cultural experience in the Liwa Oasis, alongside modern activities like racing up in a quad bike on Tal Mareb, our tallest sand dune. And this isn't even mentioning the many activities and experiences in our desert, with quaint towns like Al Quwa, Zayed City, and my personal favorite, Gayathi. Overall, Abu Dhabi has so much to offer, not only for tourists visiting the country, but for investors that are looking to take advantage of this unmatchable offering. So tonight, we've brought together a really good holistic lineup of people that will be able to provide us with a deep understanding of the sector. You're going to hear from leaders of government organizations, as well as the private sector players and entrepreneurs that are making an impact. At the end of the webinar, we will have a Q&A session. You can submit your questions in the bottom right corner of the portal. If we don't get to any of the questions today, we will get back to you over email in the next 48 hours. To kick us off, I would like to introduce His Excellency Dr. Tariq bin Hindi, Director General of the Abu Dhabi Investment Office.
Thank you, Sal. I'm not sure I can say much more about Abu Dhabi than what you've already covered, in the sense that you've described it, at least from a touristic standpoint, as well as can be done. So I'll try to follow up from that as best as possible. Thank you, everyone, and welcome again to one of the Audio webinars. We're very proud to be showcasing Abu Dhabi again from a slightly different angle this time, but really then linked into why it is that people love to call Abu Dhabi home, and the societal structure and how it is that we integrate everything and how it is that we're trying to drive home this narrative that not only is this a great place to do business, but it's a great place to live, and it's a great place to host your family and friends who have never been to the region, to really show them what it is that Abu Dhabi has to offer. Now, with that being said, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge one of the quotes from our founding father, the late Sheikh Zayed, may he rest in peace, in terms of how his approach was to the development of Abu Dhabi. And he dreamt of our land keeping pace with the growth of the modern world. Now, this is across everything. This is not just about business. This is not just about tourism. This isn't about a particular sector. This is about the most important thing that we have in this country, and that is the people that are on the ground that are making Abu Dhabi what it is today and making it the place that people want to come and visit. And this is really important when we're delivering our message, because we do have an incredible infrastructure. We've built some phenomenal sites and attractions and so on. And we've got a great, safe city that people love to live in. Now, if I look at some of the infrastructure that we've built, whether it be the Sheikh Zayed Mosque, and again, this is about culture and religion. And you look at the Louvre, again, culture. It's a lot of the culture from this region that's showcased with one of our strategic partners on a global level, which is the Louvre. It's a stunning building. So the content within the museum is fantastic, but then the architecture itself and the way we've integrated certain elements there have been phenomenal. When you look at the entertainment aspect of things and you look at where it is that we're going, and again, this is an image of the palace here in terms of being able to go in and look at some of our history, and you look at some of the entertainment we've created, like Ferrari World. You look at what we've done with Warner Brothers. We've got so many fantastic things that people can come in and can enjoy here. You look at the hospitality sector here with, again, Emirates Palace. You look at Qasr al-Sarab, which for those of you who are interested in social media, it has been nominated as the most Instagrammable hotel in the world, which, I'm completely detached from that, but I think it's an exciting area. And again, our beaches. This is a stunning set of islands in Abu Dhabi. Some of them are sort of heritage sites and protected areas, and Abu Dhabi leadership does a phenomenal job of making sure that we protect that coastline and the animals that live there, and it's beautiful. Now, as a magnet for tourists, and clearly the pandemic had an impact on our ability to host people here, and the Abu Dhabi government was very swift to react to the risks associated with that pandemic. We still do have all of this beautiful biodiversity here. It's the safest city in the world. It's very easy to travel here. We've got a lot of things that are up and coming in terms of infrastructure that's been created. Etihad Airways services the world out of Abu Dhabi. But we're looking forward to welcoming everyone back here. We had to take very strong precautions to make sure that we protect the people that were here in Abu Dhabi, as well as any of the tourists that were looking to visit. And we put in a lot of these policies to make sure that we could maintain a control over the pandemic. And clearly it has impacted the tourism sector, but some very interesting things came out of that, right? And the response has been quite phenomenal. When you look at what Abu Dhabi did in terms of putting these economic stimulus packages in place, a lot of which went into that hospitality and tourism sector, but then very interestingly, how we were able to utilize technology. And the Abu Dhabi Department of Culture and Tourism did a great job with building this virtual exploration platform. And I encourage many of you to look into this. And it's now as part of the Abu Dhabi Art Week right now. It's really interesting to see how it is that we're showcasing what's at the museums, the locations, the sites, and the different things that Abu Dhabi has to offer. So I encourage you to look at that. Now, when I look at tourism investment opportunities in Abu Dhabi, again, there are a myriad of opportunities here, whether they be small or quite large. We at ADIO are happy to facilitate those discussions and showcase some of those opportunities to you and help with the development setup, the build out, and the establishment process of being able to invest in those opportunities in Abu Dhabi. Now, a little bit about why it is Abu Dhabi is a great place to be, both from a lifestyle perspective, from a tourism perspective, but then a place that's very easy to call home, right? It's a very strong and stable economy. We've got a great infrastructure here in Abu Dhabi and in the UAE, very business friendly, and we continue to improve on that. And again, the safest city in the world for multiple years running now. The happiest city in the Arab region. There are a lot of pros to what it is that we've been able to accomplish. But more importantly, these core components are getting better and better because we are actively engaged with the private sector and the inhabitants of Abu Dhabi to understand what the needs and requirements are, so we can continue to deliver as a government to the people that call Abu Dhabi home. Now, a little bit about ADIO. We were set up in early 2019 as that central hub for interest in Abu Dhabi in terms of setting up a business, growing your company here, being an entrepreneur, all the way up to a Fortune 500 company. We look at how it is that we can help everyone with their ambitions and how it is that they can deliver on those ambitions in Abu Dhabi. We were set up to promote, attract, and facilitate that interest into Abu Dhabi using different tools, mechanisms, and support systems. Again, we drive that private sector investment into Abu Dhabi. We understand that Abu Dhabi has built phenomenal networks with international institutions as well as people around the world. We want to continue those conversations. We know that multiple conversations are happening with different entities, but we want to be able to help you facilitate and simplify your experience. That's through our investor care services. It's through the incentive instruments that we offer, as well as the infrastructure partnerships, which is something that I will explain shortly. As it relates to investor care, this is that end-to-end solution that we provide to make it as simple as possible to conduct business and find out information about Abu Dhabi as possible. Whether it's data, whether it's real estate, talent and visas, banking and finance, you name it, we're there to help support with making sure that it's as easy for you to access the information, as easy for you to be able to start that journey in Abu Dhabi, and we can help do this for you on an end-to-end basis and cover A to Z of what it is those requirements may be. Now, we also offer incentives, and the Abu Dhabi government is very committed to the build out of innovation, technology, knowledge transfer, upskilling of the labor force, and providing opportunities to everyone who want to come and be based in Abu Dhabi. And very generously have offered substantial financial incentives in the form of rebates and grants through ADIO to be able to facilitate that growth and that adoption and adaptation of technology here in Abu Dhabi. We also are able to help connect you with our ecosystem partners, whether that be Mubadala, ADQ, the private family offices, other private sector companies that are looking for opportunities to invest alongside international companies and individuals who have great ideas and have great business potential here in Abu Dhabi. Now, from a non-financial incentive perspective, again, it's how it is that we can help you through that journey. It's about providing that regulatory assistance, but more importantly, it's about us providing all these institutions with a seat at the table to help drive not just the growth in our economy from a business perspective, which ultimately leads to successful businesses, but really from a policy advocacy perspective, and how it is that we can keep changing and bettering the system that already exists here. Now, one thing I didn't touch on that I should is that infrastructure partnerships. And before I talk to you about how it is that you can get in touch with us, what we're trying to do is create an environment where the private sector can invest in Abu Dhabi in not just their businesses, but also from a financial return perspective. And that is on the infrastructure partnership side and how it is that we build out the core infrastructure that we have here in Abu Dhabi. I just want to say thank you very much for listening to me. I welcome you to the webinar. I think you're going to hear some fantastic insights from my colleagues at the Department of Culture and Tourism, as well as other key stakeholders in Abu Dhabi's tourism and hospitality sector. So thank you again. And we really look forward to welcoming all of you to Abu Dhabi soon. And stay safe and see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It's always exciting to hear how optimistic we can be about all the different sectors in the Abu Dhabi economy, but especially in tourism, there's been so much development and there's so much left unknown. One of the key leaders in pushing this forward and one of ADIO's main partners is the Department of Culture and Tourism. So now I would like to welcome His Excellency Ali Al-Shaiba, Executive Director of Tourism and Marketing at DCT.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for organizing this webinar. I would like to thank ADIO for giving me the opportunity to speak here. It was a tough year for the industry, as you know, and we have managed it very well with our leadership support and also the support and alignment with other stakeholders here. My colleagues will also speak about what they have been doing in the past few months. I believe today where do we stand is in a very positive stage. Today we had a great effort in the last few months to contain the spread of COVID-19 and to make sure that we prepare the destination for the tourists when they come. We have been through a journey where we had many challenges. However, with the collaboration between the teams in Abu Dhabi, I believe we did a great job. That led to being here in such a situation where we will soon be opening the doors for global tourists to welcome them back in Abu Dhabi. In today's presentation, I'll take you through a quick presentation, as my colleagues also will give you more details about what they do as stakeholders in Abu Dhabi, contributing to the tourism strategy. I'll take you through what we do in DCT, what is our mandate, and how we operate with our stakeholders and how we engage them as well, and how we work with partners globally and regionally also to promote the destination. So we might be different than other destinations today, as we wear two hats in Abu Dhabi. Department of Culture and Tourism is a regulator and a promoter as well. So we regulate the industry by today using the best tools, policies, and systems to support the cultural and tourism industry. And we also promote the destination with our stakeholders by coordinating the efforts and the investment. We share the vision with them and of the Emirates' potentials, the value propositions, in order to align in terms of messaging and how we promote collectively the Abu Dhabi as a destination. DCT Abu Dhabi's vision is defined by the Emirates' people, culture, heritage, and the nature of the city, which is the landscapes. And today we want Abu Dhabi to be a top-of-mind destination, offering Emirati hospitality and affordable luxury to travelers that want to be free from worries as they disconnect and recharge. And how we're going to do this is by promoting the Emirate of Abu Dhabi and preserve its culture, working side by side with our stakeholders and partners in the industry. What makes Abu Dhabi very unique is the diversity of offerings that today you can find in Abu Dhabi. As Dr. Tariq said, it's a safe destination. We have announced lately for the 4th years in a row as the safest city in the world. So that's the first thing that Abu Dhabi stands for today, is like safety is the main thing that we provide here and offer in Abu Dhabi. And then comes, the hospitality of Abu Dhabi, the Emirati hospitality, the luxurious resorts and pristine beaches that we can provide. And what makes it very also, I would say, attractive is you can enjoy every part of Abu Dhabi within a short time as well. So in the morning, you can go to the beach. End of day, you can go to the desert. And at night, you can come to the city and enjoy the nightlife of the city. So today, the offerings we have is like something for everyone. So if you look around us in the region, what we can provide to the regional tourist with a short travel distance, we can provide an easy weekend escape or a staycation as well, where they can come and enjoy the luxury beaches and fun and entertainment and shopping as well. And Abu Dhabi as well is a family-friendly destination with the resorts that we have, with the beach access for the families, with the theme parks that we have today. And they are indoor theme parks where they could be accessible in winter and summer, both seasons. That makes it also a unique offering. Plus the nature and adventure exploration that we offer to the families as well. Romantic holidays for couples also something that we are focusing on. What can we offer today for them is affordable luxury, different experiences that they cannot find anywhere else, and with the world-class cuisines that we have in Abu Dhabi today. And when we talk about hassle-free escape, today we have the diversity of culture, adventure, and entertainment in Abu Dhabi, and affordable luxury as well, where, it's hassle-free, so it's accessible, easy to arrive and come to Abu Dhabi, and easy to navigate within the city as well. That comes definitely with a great connectivity that we have today between Abu Dhabi and the rest of the world. I'm talking here about the major markets, the major cities around the globe, which are connected directly to Abu Dhabi. And also we have, a connection through Dubai, which is a neighboring city as well, which is also allowing us to expand our reach to different segments and also to different markets. We took an advantage today for in 2020 as a quiet year for tourism to develop a 5-year strategy and a 10-year vision for the tourism sector in Abu Dhabi. So our vision is a 2030 vision that is aligned with Abu Dhabi's vision as well. And we have also developed a 5-year strategic plan to establish, guide, and deliver a blueprint which shapes our objectives and activities to 2021. So we focused here on certain elements in the strategy as main objectives, where we contribute to the GDP of Abu Dhabi as as an economy diversification. The objective here is to increase the contribution from a tourism perspective to the economy of Abu Dhabi. And also from the social development, we are also working side by side with our culture sector also to educate the community and the tourists about the culture of Abu Dhabi, which preserve the authentic heritage and values of the culture also of Abu Dhabi. The strategy was focusing on certain, I would say, topics. We also focused on segmentation, which now will be the strategy moving forward on how we target segments and markets in our promotion. So we will go market by market to have a tailored plan for marketing and promotion that will be targeting specific segments. In our strategy, we did a kind of analysis on these markets, global markets, looking into the demand and supply side of the tourism. So looking at what we can offer today in Abu Dhabi, or what we offer in Abu Dhabi in terms of attractions, assets, accommodations, and hospitality and everything else, and look into what is needed from a supply perspective, from a demand perspective, I would say, what people look when they travel, what they look for, what are the reasons for them to travel and the purpose of traveling. And then we try to connect the dots here and make sure that whatever we offer, it fits the need of the travelers who are traveling from these certain markets. So segmentation is very important for us in how to segment travelers between leisure and business travelers. And we dig deep into segmentation by creating some personas also that will help us in the marketing strategy moving forward. When it comes to product strategy, also we looked into what gaps we have here in the destination when it comes to accommodation and hospitality. So the type of accommodation we provide today, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars hotels, and on. And what is the gap and how we can fill it. So in our product strategy, we make sure that we support the industry in terms of educating them about what is needed, what gaps to be filled, and also we set some policies to make sure that we are moving in the right direction. When it comes to stakeholder strategy as well, we are trying to find a way how to make it very convenient and agile when we work with stakeholders today. How we engage them, how we align with them when it comes to promotion, messaging, communications, and in terms of development also, how we work with them side by side to develop and enhance their experiences within their assets. And also we work with different stakeholders in different matters today, with aviation, with the exhibition industry, and so forth. When it comes to marketing strategy, as I mentioned, besides being very targeted, we are also here setting some, developing some plans on how to boost the visitors number in the next 10 years, how to be very efficient and be kind of data and performance-driven organization, looking into marketing plans. Where do we spend, how we spend this money, and focus on certain areas where the growth is happening and the growth is and there is an opportunity for growth. In infrastructure, we work side by side with stakeholders. You might know that we have also now an infrastructure committee under the executive office, which DCT is part of it, where we align into some infrastructure planning or master planning of the city, where DCT is contributing and is actively working with other departments to make sure that we have everything ready and everything up to the standards and quality when it comes to the infrastructure of the destination. And today we will focus also on, with our strategy, on 3 objectives, which provides a platform to maximize social development through Emirates' tangible and intangible cultural assets from a cultural perspective. So today we are promoting Abu Dhabi as a cultural destination as well. We are working side by side with our colleagues in the sector, in the culture sector, into promoting Abu Dhabi as a cultural destination. As part of our segmentation, when we have done it in certain markets, we looked into markets that have a segment of culture seekers, where we need now to increase awareness about the culture in Abu Dhabi and how we target these segments and promote Abu Dhabi as a cultural destination for these for this segment, and working also with the assets here in Abu Dhabi, in different areas, how also to make sure the experience within these attractions, cultural attractions, are up to the standards and quality to receive these segments. So there are some key business development enablers we have set for the destination in order to take it to the next level. In terms of accessibility, today we are working with the aviation sector, with different national airlines like Etihad and Wizz Air, to make sure that we are connected to the world in terms of number of flights, in terms of capacity. We have enough capacity in certain markets to have a good market share. And also we work with the Department of Transportation as well to make sure that in terms of mobility and public transportation, we have enough also capacity here within the destination to make sure when the visitors will come, and this big number of visitors will come to Abu Dhabi, there will be enough transportation systems to make sure that they can navigate easily within the city with a convenient. In this matter also, I'm here also, I'm happy to announce that we're going to have shuttle services in Abu Dhabi in the next coming months. That will be a free service to take people from a district to another within Abu Dhabi city. And also in each district we have different offerings, and we identified this gap as one of the gaps when we did the analysis and the research and the destination. So by having the shuttle service beside the taxis and public transportation, we will make sure that we have enough, I would say, solutions for the visitors to navigate the city. Beside also the micro-mobility strategy that is also being developed by the Department of Transport, and making sure that we have also covered the last mile transportation as well. And throughout the journey of the visitors also, we want to make sure that in every touch point, the information is accessible when it comes to what they do, where they go, and how they book their trip to Abu Dhabi. So we have the Visit Abu Dhabi platform. We have the website where people can also visit the website from different parts of the world, and they can see, how to book their trip to Abu Dhabi. This website is integrated with other services like ticket booking for airlines, and then for hotels, and for different activities within the destination. And once they land in Abu Dhabi, they will be able also to download the app, Abu Dhabi App, which is kind of a city guide application that provides comprehensive guides to tourism destinations in the Emirate. They can book activities, tickets for concerts and other events happening around the city. They will know where they go, what they do, and also a list of cuisines that are available in the city. And on the long run, we want to make sure that this platform is also evolved and enhanced based on the trends, to make sure that also what we provide is tailored to the need of the customer. We'll make sure also there are personalized itineraries will be also implemented and defined for each customers when they when he comes to Abu Dhabi. the safety and health and safety concerns. And when we did the kind of market analysis to look into what changes will be in the customers' behavior or travelers' behavior post COVID-19, as we're gonna go to the new norm, the health and safety was the major concern for the travelers who will travel, who will start traveling post COVID-19. So we wanted to make sure that this concern is also addressed from a destination point of view, and we wanted to make sure everything is in Abu Dhabi up to the standards when it comes to health and safety. So we initiated this Go Safe certificate last July, where all the attractions and touch points in Abu Dhabi now are certified as a Go Safe locations. Go Safe is a kind of like strict measures across all key consumer touch points, and with a collaboration with also Department of Economy, we have a group of inspectors. They go on a regular basis to check and monitor, if the assets and these attractions are following the guidelines to ensure, that Abu Dhabi is safe every time, and to make it ready when we welcome our visitors from international markets. We have also worked during the pandemic with our industry partners locally and globally by educating them and enhancing their knowledge about Abu Dhabi and its offering. We created a platform called Abu Dhabi Specialist Program, where they can enroll and they can learn more about Abu Dhabi, about its culture, and get the updates about the calendar. And also we have a library of I would say assets in terms of images and footage, where they can use it in the promotions they run in different markets. And we run also different programs for also business, like a Nukhba Business Elite program for business and MICE sector, and other programs with different markets like China, where we have the China MICE Advisory Committee also Abu Dhabi is a member of. In terms of marketing and innovative initiatives, we have also learned a lot in the pandemic period, where we wanted to reach as much as consumer as we can, even if they can't travel. So we make sure now our assets and are available virtually. So travelers from all over the world who can't travel today to Abu Dhabi, they still can have kind of a sneak peek about the destination. They can virtually visit some of the major or main attractions in Abu Dhabi virtually. And also we have created themed weeks as part of Abu Dhabi calendar to be tailored to the needs of the consumer when they come to Abu Dhabi in different season. These weeks will have different themes, and it will also contain different programming throughout the year. We as DCT are today doing many studies to define, which path we have to take and follow the trends. Today, we have seen a growth in the MICE sector globally, and we noticed that the MICE sector is very important for a destination. So we are working now in our MICE strategy also to have a market share, and we work side by side with the industry players, the event organizers, and the exhibition centers, the venues here in Abu Dhabi, in how to also make Abu Dhabi very attractive for business in the long run. And today the investment in business tourism goes in different verticals, and we have different initiatives that we announced lately in how to support Abu Dhabi priorities and align with Ghadan 21 and strengthen the priority industries in Abu Dhabi, and working with the economic department in what industries and subsectors we need to develop from a business perspective, and also to encourage sustainability when it comes to the MICE sector, and how this will be also side by side with the industry players. Besides boosting awareness about Abu Dhabi as a business hub, by having different marketing campaigns and different marketing channels as well, and the strategy for the MICE sector. So our business pillars when it comes to Convention Bureau is like to arrange meetings and work with industry partners and bringing more meetings and corporate meetings here to Abu Dhabi. And also we are working on incentives for these corporates to select Abu Dhabi as a destination when they provide incentives to their employees. And we are working also with venues and ADNIC as a major stakeholders in exhibitions to bring the big exhibitions here to Abu Dhabi, and the big conferences as well to be hosted here in Abu Dhabi through our Convention Bureau team, where we go through the bidding also system side by side with other industry players. So that's it from my side. And I hope I give you kind of a quick tour about Abu Dhabi in terms of tourism destination. And we hope very soon to welcome you here in Abu Dhabi, enjoying every part of this beautiful city. And now I'll give the floor to my colleagues to maybe talk a little bit more about different areas that the traveler can enjoy when they come to Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. It's amazing to see how much progress has been able to make even during these hard times in tourism, and we're excited to learn more about all of these initiatives. Now we will receive a snapshot of Abu Dhabi's hospitality and leisure attractiveness from Man Al-Alaki, Executive Director of Strategy and Transformation at Aldar.
Hello, everyone. Early afternoon. My name is Man Al-Alaki. I'm the Executive Director of Strategy and Transformation for Aldar Properties. As a quick overview of who is Aldar, we are listed on the Abu Dhabi Stock Exchange. We carry about a 23 billion dirham market cap. That is equivalent to about north of $6 billion. We have two primary verticals. One is the development management business, which looks at home building. Over about 75 million square meters of land that we currently have. We've delivered about near 30,000 residential units over time. And then our second vertical is the asset management business, which looks at holding a lot of these sub-asset classes and real estate that we deliver from our development. And these range from retail to education, hospitality, naturally, and residential and commercial. We are the highest non-financial corporate credit rated company in the region. Despite real estate cyclicality and COVID, we have successfully paid our dividends on last year, this year. That reflects our sort of balance sheet strength. And compiled with our growth trajectory, we have eclipsed other diversified and are now leading the pack in terms of diversified real estate players in terms of market cap. This obviously is a testament to investors appreciating the strength in Abu Dhabi's fundamentals and resilience of the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. Additionally, the speed and transparent communication with government entities supports committed corporations such as ourselves and others. So moving on to the hospitality and leisure attractiveness. Very quickly, I mean, Al Dar is a significant contributor towards Abu Dhabi's hospitality sector and plays leading roles, as mentioned. Near 90% of our portfolio hotel keys are located on Yas Island. So Yas Island is our entertainment destination. We have several destination strategies across our land bank. With Yas Island being primarily an entertainment destination, it benefits immensely being right next to the airport, so which will help tourists getting to these attractions imminently. There's very strong demand during peak periods, in particular with concerts, F1 and public holidays, and that helps the occupancy level across our portfolio. And then despite weakened corporate demand recently, in the past years before that, when the Emirate saw consolidation across different sectors, the destination management that we've undertaken has contributed to Al Dar's hotel assets outperforming the market, with a small inclusion of five-star properties. And you can see that with our Al Dar room distribution on the bottom left, and our Al Dar performance in terms of occupancy, ADRs, and RevPARs versus market. So focused destination strategy over time. So just looking at that destination strategy note, you can notice that on the top right corner, you'll see that 6 of our hotels that we have built and currently own and manage are based in Yas Island. And then we have several other hotels within the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. So again, 2019 saw a record number of hotel guests, which you will see in the top left chart, indicating just north of 5 million guests staying in Abu Dhabi. Again, that you'll see that recovery mode from the consolidation that I mentioned earlier, that literally led to that trough in occupancy in 2018. And just before the sort of COVID pandemic that hit the world, we saw us immediately start to recover in 2019. And that's a clear reversal of the 3-year downward trend for RevPAR, total revenues, and occupancy rates. Our top 5 nationalities, as you can see, has been India on top and China coming runner-up. But the immense growth, if you just check online with basic desktop research, you'll see immense CAGR, year-on-year growth on that Chinese number. Hospitality performance, again, that led to that recovery in 2019 was fueled due to the multitude of destinations and events in Abu Dhabi. Major events held, such as the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, UFC, and the Mubadala World Tennis Championship. And you can see the numbers there in attendance. Major destinations visited naturally will have Yas Island there with near 30 million. And Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque Center, which tends to come in the top sort of handful, top 5 of TripAdvisor on a yearly basis for landmarks, most visited across the globe. And then with the infamous Louvre, Abu Dhabi coming in there as well. So despite COVID-19, Abu Dhabi was able to minimize damage to the hospitality sector. Again, resilience on international visitors, lower reliance on international visitors, and its quarantine guidelines, which created resilience in this sector. As you can see, the occupancy rate was indeed there. On the top 45%. It is actually the highest average daily rate. We actually came in 5th globally in occupancy. In the first week of November, Abu Dhabi, we actually saw the Middle East 2nd highest and the world's 5th highest occupancy rate again. So just to reflect on these numbers again, you can see the top on the left-hand chart, occupancy rates holding up fairly well again, due to that lower international impact and the very immensely strong quarantine measures in the Emirate that a lot of investors and tourists are appreciating. Furthermore, we're seeing the occupancy on book. So these are actually on bookings on the right-hand chart that literally clearly sort of reflect Abu Dhabi versus Dubai and average key capitals being Amsterdam, Brussels, Dublin, London, Madrid, Paris, Rome, Zurich, and Sydney. And you see clear delta and gap on the book occupancy levels. Again, the resilience and the strength of quarantine measures in the Emirate by very focused government on these initiatives. Just a bit of a focus here on Yas Island, representing a pinnacle of leisure destinations in Abu Dhabi and across the world. You'd see the clear trajectory and growth in visitors to Yas Island as that brand comes alive increasingly from 2015 to 2019. And the major current and upcoming attractions, non-exhaustive here, the likes of Ferrari World, Yas Marina Circuit, Climb Abu Dhabi, the largest of its kind, Yas Water World, Warner Brothers and Seaworld upcoming in Etihad Arena and Yas Mall. Several signed events and initiatives happening on Yas Island as well. Again, a bit of light on the events and events held and scheduled on Yas Island here. The likes of Feld management that introduces likes of Disney and others. The UFC, Bruno Mars, Cirque du Soleil, just handful of these events that appear on Yas Island. So just looking back on this global travel figures and looking back on what was mentioned before on this recovery mode that we've seen in Abu Dhabi in 2019 and what we expect moving forward. So when we've looked at previous cycles in the past and pandemics, whether it was SARS or others, and how long it's taken to alleviate pressure off the hotel sort of hospitality sector, it's taken a couple of years. And just extrapolating on that and looking at various sources such as IATA in this case, you see a clear sort of hockey stick event that clearly illustrates an opportune investment time in hospitality currently, with global travel hopefully reaching levels again in 19 starting in 2023. So with Abu Dhabi's continued investment in major projects and events in areas such as Yas Island, it's clearly an opportune investment opportunity now. Another aspect outside of the traditional hotels is obviously the elephant in the room, which is short-term leasing. So looking on the left chart on global inventory size of Airbnb versus traditional hoteliers back in 19, you see that growth in that sector, which leverages the sort of real estate residential asset class tremendously versus hoteliers. We do not believe it will really cannibalize as such, but it would actually introduce an entire new segment further for us in the region. And you can just notice that evolution of active Airbnb listings in London and Dubai recently in the right-hand chart. So it provides an additional incentive for home ownership in Abu Dhabi, as it also induces additional tourism of a new segment, which is sort of larger families. So with Abu Dhabi's short-term leasing law and regulations recently passed, we envisage this market to be activated and would, unparalleled to Dubai and the rest of the world's activity historically on short-term leasing, we have extrapolated and seeing the following, which is growth of about from about $130 million market to about 400 in the next few years. So to conclude, Abu Dhabi is heavily investing in promoting its hospitality and leisure sectors and maintaining its status as a global tourism hub. The key takeaways is, again, I've mentioned this world repeatedly, Abu Dhabi has proven its resiliency in its hotel and leisure industry by mitigating losses due to COVID and achieving the 5th highest occupancy rates in the world. We're seeing this in our share price as of recent. If you notice the exponential boom in that recently in the past few months, again, that's due to the fundamentals of Abu Dhabi and our leadership support for the Emirate and prudence and speed and transparency in dealing with this pandemic has literally shed light on it from the world and literally got the world's attention. Abu Dhabi, secondly, is attracting numerous world-class events and attractions in order to further double down on what we've been doing before and cementing itself. And third, we're positioning ourselves as a market leader by heavily investing in promoting hospitality in order to capture and capitalize on anticipated future demand. So again, the new segments with short-term leasing as well. I'd like to thank you all for being here today and for this opportunity.
Thank you, Man. I would also like to remind the audience that we are having a question and answering session at the end, so please submit any questions you would like in the bottom right-hand corner. Now we will move on to a panel to discuss what are some of the investment opportunities in Abu Dhabi's fast-growing tourism sector. We're going to be joined by Nicolas Dupont, the Executive Director of Strategy and Innovation at Marawa, as well as Hassan Al-Hashmi, Regional Director for Husak Adventures. Thank you both for joining us today. I'm very excited for this conversation for two reasons. One is that I have had this conversation with both of you many times about tourism in Abu Dhabi and the growth opportunities in it, and so happy to share that with a broader audience. And second, because it's two very different approaches to tourism. So we have Marawa, one of the largest tourism operators in the Abu Dhabi Emirate, and then we have Husak Adventures and Hassan, an entrepreneur in this space. So I think we're going to kind of see both sides of that. So perhaps, Nicola, I can start with you, and can you take us more through kind of the history of Marawa, what has been the successes to date?
Sure. Thank you, Salvatore. Thank you, Your Excellencies, to have us today. So Marawa has been founded in 2011, basically in order to help enable sustainable tourism growth in Abu Dhabi and be a key player in driving and achieving the Abu Dhabi entertainment and leisure vision for 2030. We are conceiving, developing, managing, and promoting ambitious and diverse leisure tourism lifestyle experiences. And the success, I would say, Man covered a bit of our properties and key landmark. So we are managing and developing assets like Ferrari World, like Warner Bros. Abu Dhabi, like Climb Abu Dhabi that also Man presented. We have also worked on the creation and we are managing the visitor experience in Qasr Al Watan that has been presented at the beginning of this webinar. We are managing also Yas Marina, and we are developing this marina for the super yacht. This is marina that's attached to the Formula One circuit on Yas Island. And we are also organizing, with the help of Department of Culture and Tourism, some events, a huge calendar of events on Yas Island.
Fantastic. There's so many exciting new things that you guys are looking at doing. And then Hassan, you have had a lot of new innovative ideas in the UAE. Can you tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurship journey and what that process has been like for you, and what maybe some challenges and your successes have been.
Hi, Sal. Great talking to you after some time, and I'm really blessed to be here with elite decision makers in Abu Dhabi, targeting the tourism sector and all these experiences that we do in Abu Dhabi. So all of this started as a love for the outdoors, and these things that we love to do on a personal level when we go to the desert or the sea, and then the idea came to commercialize that and put it in a service provider, platform to the people. And then it was basically a very interesting journey for me, and overwhelming sometimes because, working in a big organization, everything is established, whereas being an entrepreneur in this field, you will be faced with a lot of challenges. For example, not everything is field of roses, and you can't find everything easily. You have to work for everything. Sometimes you'll put multiple hats. So I used to be an engineer looking into specific things and targets to achieve. But now we will be targeting many things, such as, we'll talk about finance, marketing, brand awareness, customer experience, and how we enhance all of that. And at the end of the day, what governs you, or what is the ultimate judgment on whether you're doing good or not, is your balance sheet at the end. So you have to take all of that into consideration. Anything you need to do must be economical at the end of the day. But the passion behind it is the driver to excel in this matter. What started as a love for a certain experience turned out to now be a business, a full-time business that I am taking on my own along with my team members. This started in Abu Dhabi, and alhamdulillah, through the years now, we started around 10 years ago. I've been in this 3 years as a full-time, and it's been a quite experience, a lot of learning, a lot of lessons, and being in that situation, and then suddenly everything shut down in Abu Dhabi for the pandemic. And as the gentleman, Mr. Ma'an, specified earlier in an earlier presentation, without the measures and everything taken in Abu Dhabi at a high level, we did achieve actually numbers at this period of time higher than any time before. For example, in this summer and towards this period of time, we achieved a high really traffic fall because of the resilience and because of the strength of our local market. And this will prepare us for the later stage when the tourism will be opening. So our in general, our field of expertise or venture is towards that adventure or outdoor and ecotourism part of the tourism segment. We've been partners with many government entities in thriving and developing that. But when we started back in the day, the activity of, let's say, non-motorized water sports was not listed in the list of activities in the economic department. But now, obviously, with the learning that everyone is getting through the traffic and the experience, that grew hugely, and we grew with it as well.
That seems to kind of be the theme of the webinar today, is all of the positive change and the momentum of making these things easier to be done. Also, there being more options. So I'd love to hear from both of you. I know that each of you have very exciting new ideas for your respective organizations. So maybe going back to Nicola, like, what are some of the new concepts that Marawa is looking at, and can you kind of explain some of those innovative ideas to us?
Sure. We are very confident into the future, and so that we are very happy to have a lot of projects that are coming online very soon. One of the key is the Yas Bay area, which will be a vibrant waterfront community in the southern end of Yas Island, and I will come back on that later on. We see in this area have a partnership with Hilton to create an hotel that is 546 room that will be opening soon in 2021. We have a day to night, I would say, life destination to open around the water in the same area. And in the same area, we also have a new Etihad Arena, which is 18,000 capacity seat, state-of-the-art multi-purpose arena that can host all type of event from 200 people to up to 18,000 people. That will be the largest in UAE and in the region. And all this area is also surrounded by plots of land that are a great opportunity to invest into for ambitious investors and developer that would like to create some residential community project, and that's a place where we see in the next future 10,000 creative and media professionals of the region coming in to work in the new media and entertainment campus that is developing there, and also able to attract 15,000 residents here. We have also a Warner Brothers hotel and a DoubleTree by Hilton Yas Island residences that is coming online in 2021 that will be closer to Warner Brothers hotel. And lastly, we have Seaworld Abu Dhabi project, which is to be completed by end of 2022. That will include the first dedicated marine research center in the UAE, and that will include the largest or one of the largest indoor aquarium in the world.
It all sounds amazing and is very exciting for us to see what that will look like. Hassan, you currently offer kayaking in a couple different locations, Mangroves, at the Louvre, as well as in Reem Island. You also do these unique one-off trips for students to different islands around and camping trips. What is next for your service offerings?
True. So next would be, as part of that as well, we have some sort of partnerships with other entities where they bring us in sometimes to consult and see how we can provide that value to their communities. For example, we had several, let's say consultancy where we people will, check what is the best if we want to include this kayaking activity or whatever activities that we have non-motorized in their communities. Because of that experience that we have through, in the Eastern Mangrove and Reem Island. What's next? Abu Dhabi is surrounded by beautiful islands, and all of that is let's say, a ground to play with and have multiple different new experiences to add to the market. And definitely the next step for us will be the desert. So we are trying to come up with a platform where people from all over the world and locally as well can enjoy the desert, similarly to what us do in reflecting with, our heritage and our ancestors, how they used to roam the desert. So there's a big part of learning there to include and also experience. So I see the massive feedback when we bring people from outside UAE and we take them to the desert in our camps, in our farms, on doing our things that we love as Emiratis. And I think we are the best advocate for such experiences. So Abu Dhabi desert is vast, is big, and there's multiple of things that we can do as well. And also, in addition to that, is the learning. So coming to work with the outdoors in Abu Dhabi, you build that certain relationship with the environment, and you will also work in sustainability efforts to help sustain this, and leading the awareness or participating in the awareness to the environment and the importance of that to the youth was a big step for us, and something that we do in our tours. For example, when customers come, we don't just give a kayak and that's it. No, we take them through the place, and we explain about the environment, the history, and all of that. So similarly to the vision of Department of Culture and Tourism, there's always some element of a culture and heritage to associate with the activities and activations that you do in the capital. So basically, any ventures that you will do will include that as well. But to answer you directly, it's going to be a desert venture that we're working right now on, and hopefully we can activate that as soon as possible.
I'm incredibly excited about all of these as a consumer of the services and of all of these activities from both sides. So excited to have more things to do on Yas Island and more things to go out into the desert and do. But for our audience that is largely investors and entrepreneurs themselves, maybe we can talk a little bit about that. So Nicola, how can investors get involved in these developments with Marawa? What's that process look like for them?
So very good question, Salvatore. I think we have three situations here. First, for investors, if you have a concept in the leisure, entertainment, and tourism field, and you would like to locate it on Yas Island, we will be more than happy, obviously, to partner with you to materialize your vision. We have an entire development team that is studying projects, their potential in this market, and their fit, obviously, with the Yas Island vision and the Abu Dhabi 2030 vision. So depending on the project and your need, we can be either a minority investor or majority investor with the help of ADO. We can also work towards all the mechanism and rebate, non-financial and financial opportunities that Salvatore mentioned at the beginning. But we are focusing more on projects that have already convinced some investor to join the project. So that is something definitely we will be happy to hear from you, and I can be reached out to for that. So second situation is if you are an investor and looking for leisure and entertainment and tourism concept to invest into. So we have a large portfolio of cutting-edge projects that will complement Yas Island and Abu Dhabi offering, and we will be happy to onboard you and discuss the opportunity to share the benefits of those projects if you're willing to invest aside us. And the last, I would say, situation is if you are an investor or developer looking for a place to develop some residential and community projects. As I mentioned, we have this Yas Bay area that is a perfect fit for you, and we have an entire team that can present to you more in detail the last opportunity to join this development and be at the earth of Yas Island. So in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and then I will redirect to the right Miral people.
And then Hassan, as an entrepreneur and somebody who, as you said, consults other entrepreneurs, what would be your kind of advice that you would want to give to them? How can they get involved in tourism in Abu Dhabi? What are some of the, and then interesting for myself as somebody within the government and like listening to the private sector, how can we make it easier for entrepreneurs in tourism as well?
So there's multiple elements to talk about touching on this subject, Salvatore. First of all, us in Husak Adventures operating here in Abu Dhabi, we were not reached the point that we are right now without that partnership and integration between us and the government entities. I remember we did a big event in Serbanias one time, and because the leadership of Department of Culture and Tourism were on top of it, they instructed every other stakeholders to help us in that event with just direct instruction. Okay, we want this to be done. Let's do it. And it was an amazing venture. So basically for entrepreneurs here in Abu Dhabi, the big thing or the major thing is to define what you need. And then at the end of the day, you are the vision maker. You have the vision. But in order to execute that vision, you need to have that right team. So you will go through a very detailed recruitment process to have that core team. Once you have that core team that understand your vision, they will help you. You cannot work on your marketing, your operations, your finance, and all of these things all at the same time. No, you have to have the right people to do it. Once you build and structure your vision correctly, what value proposition you are working on, what are you going to add to the community through this experience? You don't do it because it's fun. You do it because you want to add something. You want to leave a print on society doing what you are doing. And the other things, for example, always thrive and ask about, what the government entity will help you with. No matter what, place we go to, every time, the offices are open to discuss. We did this venture with Louvre Abu Dhabi, DCT, and when you see the head of the establishment come on site to check that things are going good, if we need anything more, if things are going well or not, that means, you are in a safe place to start such business. And today in Abu Dhabi, people are thriving and looking towards doing more activities and more things to do. So it's the right time. our vision to the youth, since we started, the youth always being seen. Some people see them as a challenge, and they don't know how to deal with them or how to, fulfill their passion. But for us, when we give them these experiences and trips, for example, sometimes it's very tough trips. You have to kayak for such and such kilometer to reach your destination, and whatnot. But then through these ordeals, you take the team with you of youth, and then you teach them how to tackle and reach that target. You add a great learning to their self. And then us as a team, we highlighted that, and we started bringing those people as part of our teams to lead activations and to lead some products as well. And at the end of the day, we build this community of youth who are able to do stuff like that. And then through the region here, we have multiple stories where people from our community started other enterprises and excelled in them. So they are the core, and it goes with the vision of the country where they focus on the youth. So they are the core, they are the cornerstone to build a bright future towards responsible tourism and ecotourism and the things that we love to do.
Fantastic, thank you. I know that there's a lot of questions from the audience for you both. They will, both of our panelists will be back at the end of the webinar to answer some of those. So we look forward to chatting with you again in a few minutes. But now we will move on to another presentation from one of Audio's key partners, the Environmental Agency of Abu Dhabi. We'll have a presentation on ecotourism in Abu Dhabi, protecting and promoting Abu Dhabi's thriving natural attractions. I'd like to welcome Ahmed Al-Hashmi, Executive Director at the EAD.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's my pleasure to join this event today. And I would like to extend my thanks to His Excellency Dr. Tariq bin Hindi, Director General of Abu Dhabi Investment Office, and his team for arranging this important webinar. Today, I will elaborate on ecotourism opportunities in Abu Dhabi Emirate, and I will make a presentation short and straightforward. I will start with why Abu Dhabi. We may need a few critical drivers for establishing a well ecotourism business, and I will highlight them. First, distinctive nature. Abu Dhabi have a unique biodiversity that able to survive and habit the harsh environment. Surrounding us, the hottest sea in the world and the hot weather. However, we can see a vibrant desert and sea. Abu Dhabi is home to the largest herd of Arabian oryx in the world, over than 5,000 oryx. Over 700 humpback dolphins live close to the coast of Abu Dhabi, making it the largest known population in the world. Abu Dhabi is home to the world's second largest population of dugong, with individuals of more than 3,000. Abu Dhabi developed a habitat map, the first of its kind in the world, in terms of the level of detail and extent to an area covered with 54 different natural and man-made mapping categories reflect its diversity. And there are endless stories about our natural treasure. Second, infrastructure. The UAE was ranked first regionally, maintaining its leading position among competitive economies in the world, as per to the report issued by the World Economic Forum in 2019. Third, growing. Abu Dhabi is the fastest growing business destination in the Middle East, according to the World Travel Awards. Affordability. Finally, readiness. Abu Dhabi has advanced infrastructure and international airports and ready to receive more tourist investment with high standard services. Now I will highlight 4 marine and 2 land sites ready for investment and ecotourism, which develop along with our partners in DMT and DCT. I will start with the first site, Mangrove National Park, Abu Dhabi Island Lang Heart. Just inside Abu Dhabi city center, the Mangrove National Park is a dense concentration of mangrove trees with over than 1 million trees protected by government order. And while Abu Dhabi coastal area are richly lined with these forests, it is here that visitors can take in the mangrove in all its glory, On your way, you may spot a flock of flamingos or any other 60 species of bird that reside in the area, as well as fish, egret, herons, and crabs that remain around the peaceful waters. The pre-concept design contains development, visitor and educational center, marina, bird hides, boardwalk with retail and snacks area. Currently, there are many operators at the site and they are growing. Second site, Saadiyat Marine National Park. Thousands of visitors may be attracted to visit shoreline of Saadiyat Beach every year, as high international standards hotels, facilities, and museums exist on Saadiyat Island. Furthermore, this protected area got very resilient coral reef. And in order to provide a unique experience for the visitors, Environment Agency Abu Dhabi, along with its partners, developed a pre-concept design for a floating theater with facilities in order to support the visitor to have an unforgettable underwater experience with distinguished traditional and modern sculpture and pieces of art through diving, the first in the region for its scope. Third site, Habitat Island. It is about a tiny artificial island in the Arabian Gulf. This island was designed and built between 2009 and 2011 as a compensation related to a marine project. Designed in a heart shape to create a protective interior lagoon, it was intended to serve as a new habitat for local marine flora and fauna. It was seeded with 350,000 mangroves and a future vision that included a visitor center, educational program campaign, and moonlight dinner. The other site is Marawa Marine Biosphere Reserve, found in the waters of Abu Dhabi and provide extensive coral formation and seagrass beds, a UNESCO designated marine biosphere reserves of more than 4,000 kilometers square. Butina Island is part of the protected area and was once of the 28 official finalists for the new 7 Wonders of Nature. Again, a pre-concept design was prepared to provide unique experience for the visitors and to experience our traditional boat trips and pearls trading. As our pearl farm facility exists there, Lulu Abu Dhabi. Moving to the land, we have Arabian Oryx Protected Area. Arabian Oryx Protected Area, which covers over 5,000 square kilometers, is a home to the largest population of Arabian oryx in the world. In order to maintain public interest in these amazing creatures and allow the public to view them close up, the Environment Agency Abu Dhabi and its partner developed a pre-concept design for visitor centers, campsite, and desert trails. The other site is Al-Wathba Wetland Reserve. Just a 30-minute drive outside of Abu Dhabi is one of the UAE most distinguished sites. This wetlands reserve is home for more than 260 species of bird, including 4,000 flamingo, which can watch from a designated height. You may also come across spiny-tailed lizard, red foxes, great spotted eagles, and beautiful varieties of dragonflies. Late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan was responsible for this project, setting it in 1998. It was the first site in the Abu Dhabi Emirate to be declared a natural reserve and achieved Ramsar status in 2013 as an international important site. With 5 kilometers square of saline and freshwater lakes, salt flats, sabkha, wetlands, sand dunes, as well as of its flora and fauna, it may well be of Abu Dhabi's greatest escape from city. Al-Wathba is the first site in the region to make the green list of protected areas in the IUCN list. Currently, the site is open for ecotourism and was supported recently with a pre-concept design to develop the existing visitor center and walking areas, plus developing a new bird hide tower. Abu Dhabi Environment Agency is ready to license the following activities within its marine sites: kayak, diving, underwater sculptures, balloon, moonlight dinners, yacht in the marine protected area. And soon we will have, and we will announce with our partners, a first project for yacht tourism in our marine protected areas. Fishing, plenty of activities. And there is also another 12 potential terrestrial ecotourism experience in our land protected areas, such as camel trip, bubble tent, hiking, bird watching, safari, and many others. Finally, we will highlight some ecotourism principles listed by International Ecotourism Society in order to protect the beautiful jewels of Abu Dhabi and its through minimize physical social impacts, ensuring the environmental and cultural awareness, provide positive experience for both visitors and hosts, and then provide direct financial benefits for conservation, local people and private industry definitely. Deliver memorable experience for visitors, design, construct, and operate in low-impact facilities. Recognize the right and spiritual beliefs of the local people in the community. And finally, I want to say, during this pandemic situation, people tend to escape to the terrestrial and marine natural sites. This is what we notice from our rangers in marine and land area. At the end, I want to end up with the small story. It's happened for one of the recent ecotourism sites in Abu Dhabi. I visited the site manager in that area and I asked him, you just opened a new ecotourism site. What is your marketing plan? And the answer really shocked and surprised me. They said, we don't have any marketing plan. I said, why? They said, we have plenty of people visiting. We want to reduce the number. This reflects the real demand of ecotourism from both local tourists and external. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. It's very exciting to see how much of the natural wonders are coming online, because we have really seen in the past a lot of focus on the urban tourism in Abu Dhabi. So looking forward to all of these for myself and for other investors. Now I would like to invite Warwick Hatfull, Chief Development Officer at Muarid, for a one-on-one fireside chat. Hey Warwick, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, how are you?
All well. Again, I'm excited for this conversation because we have it many times between the two of us, and so I'm excited to share it with the audience. And specifically, I want to hear more about Muarid more generally and what you're looking at in tourism. But what I'm most excited to talk about is all that you do outside of UAE. I mean, you have projects in Mirfa and Liwa, Al Ain, further afield. So tell us about what Muarid's focuses on in tourism and all of the projects all throughout the Emirate.
Perfect. Well, yeah, I'll jump into it. So as you rightfully said, Muarid Holding Investment is a pretty diverse collection of companies. So I lead MIDC, which is Muarid International Development Company, which is the development arm, as the name suggests, and also oversee Muarid Hotels and Hospitality, which is our destination management company. From a tourism perspective, what we really focus on and believe is that tourism can create a better world. And a lot of people seem to think that tourism has or does have a negative impact, but it doesn't have to. It can really benefit the community and the environment and the ecosystem. So where we focus our energy is very much on the facet of celebrating and enhancing the overall ecosystem and creating truly unique experiences. And this will sort of set us up for the chat later on. So when we're talking about the overall ecosystem, we're referring to the environmental, the cultural, the social, and the economic fabric of the place. We believe that tourism can restore and regenerate the environmental, the cultural, the social, and the economic fabric of an area. I'll probably give you just a couple of examples here. So environmentally, when you do develop destinations, and it is, a very much a eco-friendly and sustainable approach, one of the aspects is obviously to be able to restore and rehabilitate the indigenous flora and fauna of the place in which a destination sits, or whether it be the social aspect where you engage and interact with the surrounding community. In some instances, physically breaking down the barrier or the wall in some cases that exists, because what you want to do is create that social ecosystem where the two elements interwoven. Because what we've seen is that within tourism, within Abu Dhabi and globally, is that people are really craving these authentic experiences. They want something real, and by interacting with the surrounding community, you can really create that element of engagement and create that authentic experience that is real. That's what people want. They want real experiences. I mean, sort of following on from that, there is with the tourism within Abu Dhabi, there is a thirst for new experiences, and I think some of my peers on the call earlier in this webinar earlier today have taken you through some of the great stuff that they are doing within Abu Dhabi. And I think we'll come to it shortly, some of the exciting destinations we're working on. But people really do have a thirst for new experiences. They do want to disconnect from the city. They want to reconnect with themselves and their relationships and their families. And a big thing, I think, following on from the previous discussion, is that people really want to reconnect with nature. They want to get outside. What we've seen, obviously, with the pandemic, people being not stuck, but staying inside predominantly. They want to get outside. They want to experience nature, and they just want to get outside and be one with nature and experience the wild. So that's really where a lot of our projects are focused at the moment. So we develop destinations that are very much focused on the outdoors and celebrating these indigenous endemic landscapes to the UAE. So something that maybe a lot of the investors and foreigners on the call today don't know about is that Abu Dhabi has some amazing natural landscapes. The UAE is truly blessed with some amazing landscapes, whether it be the Jebel, which is the mountain, or the Wadi, the desert, which we've spoken about, and then the beach with the coastal plains and the islands and the mangroves. They're really truly breathtaking. And when I moved here 8 years ago, it's something that was really sort of mind-blowing, that there was a lot more to Abu Dhabi than you typically do see advertised globally. So that's really the big thing for me, is a lot of our destinations do focus and are centered on these indigenous landscapes within the UAE and really help tell the story and the history of place. And I know someone did touch on this on the call earlier, is the really interesting thing is that all of these amazing natural landscapes are within, less than a 2-hour drive from main island Abu Dhabi. You can be out in the wild desert, and it'll be less than an hour drive from Abu Dhabi International Airport, or, Sobanias Island, and 2 and a bit hours away. So proximity and accessibility from Abu Dhabi International Airport to some of these amazing natural landscapes is really one of the big draw cards of why I think Abu Dhabi is and has positioned itself extremely well as a global tourism destination, because what it really does is it allows guests to come and stay and sample a bit of everything. So you could come and, you could be here for, let's say, out at Yas Island for one of the UFC fights, let's say, or you come here for Formula One. You experience sort of the urban Abu Dhabi as such, but then you can go and escape and, 2 hours away, stay at a desert resort or lodge and really experience, the beautiful indigenous flora and fauna that is, native and indigenous to the UAE. So I think that's where, as a collective, we can all work together and facilitate, that best guest experience from the moment someone arrives at the airport to when they depart. For me, it's not about creating it, and for us and what we do, it's not about competing, but instead how we can all collectively play our part in being ambassadors for Abu Dhabi and crafting that best guest experience. I mean, by doing this collectively, we'll all benefit because we'll increase the average length of stay, we'll increase the guest expenditure, and as a collective, Abu Dhabi will benefit. So I think I probably digressed a little bit from the question there, Sal, but did you want me to jump in and talk through some of the specific destinations that we're opening and have in the pipeline for the years ahead?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great point, because what's always interesting is to think about when you're going to one of these places that's a little bit further out, whether it be Liwa or Murfa, you're thinking how much is there to do, and so it needs to be collaborative. We need the places to stay, we need the activities, we need the local experiences, we need the more modern things, and so looking at that combination. So maybe take us through some of the destinations that you guys are working on and how you're looking at a holistic experience for the visitors there.
Yeah, fantastic, perfect. So I'll jump into some of the destinations that we have got in the planning, construction, or design phases at present. So what we do, we either develop our own assets or work with others on theirs, and then we also have an operational, which is Mawarid Hotels and Hospitality, which is our destination management company. So most recently, Bab al Najum Haduriyat just opened, as I'm sure a lot of people have seen on social media, and hopefully you've all been out to Haduriyat Island to experience that firsthand. Obviously developed by Modon, but it's operated by Mawarid Hotels and Hospitality, which is our destination management company. It really has seen amazing uptake in reservations and bookings, because it provides that unique experience that wasn't provided within Abu Dhabi previously. So, being able to, sleep on, whether it be the camping on the wheels or the exclusive tents where, you have a private pool, you wake up, you're literally on the water's edge. You're like 20, 30 meters away from the water's edge. You got the marine protected area. It truly is an amazing experience. So building upon that, our destination management company, MHH, is also working with Modon on 2 more properties, both that are set to open next year. Murfa, that you mentioned before, Sal, that site itself is truly, it's an amazing natural setting. It's a forest reserve adjoining the marine protected area. Really the USP of that property is that you'll have the indigenous wildlife roaming freely. As I said, it's right on the coast, so you get the sea breeze, you have the animals, and obviously the native plants as well. So it truly is a unique experience, and that will be coming online, in the new year, and that's something we're really excited to be working with Modon on, and that's a great project. The second one within Modon's portfolio, where we're the operator, is Maureen, obviously located within the Liwa Desert. Once again, an amazing site within the wild desert, and it truly is, amazing site. Being able to get out and explore Abu Dhabi. So it's all good and well to, experience the nightlife and, Abu Dhabi and see the landmarks and the attractions. But where we're very much focusing our attention on is in these environmental focused properties where, have minimal impact on the environment. But when you go and, stand in, let's call it the wild desert, and you can't see any roads, and it truly is, it's the dark skies concept. It's the dark sky. You can see the shooting stars, and you can see them, the stars, and it's phenomenal. And it's just you sitting there with your loved ones and, sitting in the desert. There's truly nothing better than being able to connect with friends and family and just sit around the fire in the desert. So I think that will be a pretty exciting property that's coming online next year as well. We're also working on some of our own properties with our own portfolio. And look, these very much tie into the same theme that I mentioned earlier, whether it be the Jebel, which is the mountain, the Wadi, or the oasis, because it helps celebrate and tell the story of the UAE and those indigenous landscapes that are so truly phenomenal here that maybe a lot of the investors or foreigners on the call that, haven't been able to experience firsthand. But there is a lot of natural beauty and wonders to Abu Dhabi that are, within a stone throw of the capital. So, the destinations that we're developing there, whether it be the Jebel or the Wadi, the focus there is very much on the indigenous flora and fauna component. And for us, when we develop these destinations, we want them to positively contribute. And tying back to, what's our view on tourism, MIDC and MHH, we truly believe that tourism can create a better world, because what we want people to do is come to our destinations and experience firsthand our practices and procedures, how we go about operating a eco-friendly destination. And hopefully the end goal is that they take some of this knowledge from their experiences at the property and impart it into their own lives, whether it be sort of eliminating, the single-use plastics within their personal supply chain. As we know, there's a bit of a pandemic in the world regarding plastic and pollution. So if they can just learn a little thing, such as the plastics, or, sourcing organic produce from their local farm, like we do at our properties, creating that sustainable integrated supply chain, if they can just experience and apply some of this knowledge that they've learned at our properties into their own personal lives, and then obviously this continues the cycle, and they'll share that with their friends and family and their colleagues to create a better world. And that ties back to our philosophy and why we founded and why we started to we believe that tourism can be a catalyst for this.
Fantastic. I think I'm going to bring on some of the other panelists that we've had, so that we can do a few questions from the audience. So I think a few of them are still with us. So let's see who we all have, and then we've gotten some good questions. So great. So I think the first question that we have, and maybe this one's for Ahmed from the Environmental Agency, where can investors learn about the ecological sites that they can potentially develop or put some investment into?
Yes, Salvatore, most of the information, we make it available in our main website of the Environment Agency Abu Dhabi at www.ead.gov.ae. And for further details and information, I would encourage everyone to contact us directly, and we will coordinate with our partners for more details about these ecotourism investment opportunities in Abu Dhabi.
Fantastic. And then maybe a question that both Nicola and Warwick can answer is, is Abu Dhabi only focusing on high income areas, or is there also looking at more accessible or like three or less star accommodations and activities? Maybe Nicola, if you from the Marawa side can answer first.
Sure. So definitely speaking about Yas Island, for example, we want to welcome everyone. So we know that currently on the island we have more, I will say, hotel rooms, for example, that are in the 4 to 5 star range, and there has been like some project to have hotels in the 3-star range. So that's definitely also going on with the experiences. We don't only have big tickets experiences. We have also community events. We have smaller scale experiences with tickets that are more affordable. So we definitely are looking to cover the full spectrum of price.
And Warwick, same question to you, especially when we're talking about these more traditional experiences. I think that's often a new type of tourist, a younger type of tourist. Maybe I don't know how many people think of backpacking in Abu Dhabi, but from the different offers that you've just discussed, it would be a great place to explore all of these different locations. And so, are they accessible for everybody?
Yes, so look, a lot of the properties we develop aren't necessarily star rated. It's very much focused on the experiences and the different packages that you can take up. So look, we like to design with and develop and operate with sort of an all-inclusive mindset, because that obviously ties into sustainability and the ecotourism aspect as well. So for us, that's a critical part to ensure that we provide destinations that are all inclusive and cater for different market segments. And through sort of a pretty diverse product offering, whether it be, tents, or whether it be sort of glamping, or whether it be, more traditional chalets or experiential cabins, there's definitely something for every price point at our destinations that we're developing. And that's, I think, a critical part of sort of our mantra in having an all-inclusive approach.
I think that's really exciting. I mean, there's just so much that is happening in the UAE in tourism, and this is coming from a guy who 10 years ago said it was already the best place to visit in the world. So I'm happy to see all these new developments. Hassan, for you, there is a question from the audience on how can entrepreneurs be helped in the Emirate, either by the government or by other entrepreneurs or by the system. I'll also give an answer to that from the audio perspective, but would love to hear, as an entrepreneur, your take on it.
Yeah, so through the Department of Economic Development, there are multiple suites that can be utilized to help entrepreneurs start in such areas. And I was going to talk about the audio, but I guess that's your area of expertise. But yeah, through the incubators, through the facilitating programs and rebate, facilities available, this would be, easier to invest in such thing. If the investor is an Emirati entrepreneur, then there's multiple options to go through the government, and it will, facilitate anything from, waiving the fees of the paperwork or registration towards even financing part of the venture itself. But it has to go through proper channels, and there's multiple ways to do it, whether it's in Abu Dhabi or in UAE in general. Multiple programs are set. And also through one study that we are, through one venture that we are studying right now, we might prepare some sort of a platform to invest in the ecotourism part, where we, working hand in hand with the Emirates Nature Foundation to have that platform where people or young entrepreneurs can come in and pitch their ideas, and then we facilitate or help secure the, funds in collaboration with other government entities for that program that we think will add value. And then through building such platforms, investment and entrepreneurs will be more than welcome and easier to invest here in Abu Dhabi.
Fantastic. And then from the audio perspective, just to add on there and to some of His Excellency Dr. Tariq's comments before, the investment office is really here to help any company that is looking to either expand in Abu Dhabi or to grow in Abu Dhabi. We offer bespoke and individualized packages that really look at what the company needs to succeed to have a viable and growing and sustainable business in Abu Dhabi. So we are happy to chat with any company or any investor that wants to enter Abu Dhabi in this space. And we also importantly, as you can see from today's webinar, we will always involve all of our ecosystem partners, especially in tourism with Department of Culture, Tourism, the Environmental Agency, as well as the municipality. And so we will make sure that the full weight of the Abu Dhabi government is here to support any investor that is coming into Abu Dhabi. Thank you to all of the panelists. This was a very fun event, and it's very exciting for me to hear all of this. And I know that it's just the beginning to much more to come. I also want to thank the audience for these great questions. There was quite a few more. We will answer in the coming days by email. And we will also have more events in the next couple weeks and months that will help you uncover different opportunities in Abu Dhabi. So please look out for those. And then you can follow Audio on social media to stay up to date with all of our events. You can email us at inquiries@audio.ae with any questions, or get in contact via our website at investinabudabi.gov.ae. So thank you all, and we will see you again soon.